Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz, this is my channel Toiletterian. I bring to your attention fragrances that are usually on the radar. They are quite unknown, not many people mention them, and I think they are good value for money, they smell good, and at least you should try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. Today I have the update for two Haramain fragrances, and these two are the Platinum Oud 50 years anniversary and Rose Oud 50 years anniversary. These two are unisex 100 ml EDPs and they retail for £80 each. Yes, I leave in the description where you can find them. At the moment you can only find them on Haramain website because they are very new. They came out just a few weeks ago. So these two are unisex and they are a special edition for celebrating 50 years of Haramain making beautiful perfumes, and these two are no exception. These two are very nice. I was very impressed in the for the first impression when I sniffed them in the first video, and I'm happy to say that I'm very impressed with the rest of the performance and the smell. So these two they both go around 8 to 10 hours on the skin with 2 hours of good projection, okay, 2 hours of heavy projection, but after that slowly they both come closer to the skin. They still, you can sniff them, you know, from time to time they come up and you can smell them, but the first 2 hours definitely is the strongest. Okay, you don't need more than 5 sprays. I tried 5 sprays and that was ample because they are quite strong, and they are for all year round, but if you know Orientals, you know that they are quite heavy based and they usually are better performer in the cooler weather, but to my nose, to my taste, these two are absolutely all year round, no problem. The only thing is you have to control the trigger, in summer less, in winter more. Okay, so let's start with the Platinum Oud. The Platinum Oud, as it said, Platinum Oud, it is not much oud in here, okay, especially when it opens up for first hour you don't notice any oud. So if you don't like oud, or if you are lover of oud, probably this is not for you. But if you like spicy floral fruity fragrance with a woody, heavy woody base, this is amazing. So this one starts up with citrus. The citrus is quite subdued in both of them, but you can notice it in the first few minutes, okay, but they go almost immediately to the heart, which in this case is dominated by spices, especially by cardamom. When I sniffed it first, it was like gourmand, it was like a cake basically. I showed it to my wife and she said, wow, I smell something very sweet, which is the vanilla, and she said it's like a banana cake with a little bit of fruit on top plus a little bit of nutmeg. Okay, but I don't think it's nutmeg in here. I think the base is tonka bean and that is giving you a little bit of nutty feel to it. So the mid is dominated by the cardamom. The cardamom in this is very beautifully done. It's very smooth, it's very gentle, it's not harsh at all, and that will take you to the base, which is a little bit later, about 2 to 3 hours, and the base is dominated by tonka bean and vanilla. So the vanilla and tonka beans are dominated here. You can feel a little bit of woodiness in the background, which probably is the oud, but the oud in here is a supportive role, okay, is there to give it a body, is there to support other players. it's not in your face at all. You can't detect it much. It's in the background, but you can feel it, especially in the dry down. So it never goes full on oud, okay? It's in the background. You can feel a little bit of woodiness and oudiness in the background, but as I said, it's mainly the role of oud in here is supportive, and it gives in the full bodied, okay? And overall it's very, very cute. This one is quite gourmand, as I said. Smells like vanilla cake, smells like banana cake, smells like cake with some fruit on top and some nuts on top. So it's quite pretty. If you like that kind of gourmand feel fragrance, this is very, very nice. I personally, I'm not a big fan of gourmand fragrances, but I can appreciate it. It is very nicely done. It's very balanced. It's very smooth. It's very creamy. This one is, it opens up creamy and it's finished creamy. It's very, very creamy all the way to the dry down. So it is highly recommended if you like that kind of fragrances. Let's go next to the rose oud. The rose oud, it is oudy. And in the rose oud, actually the oud is stronger than rose, because in most rose oud fragrances, what you find is either there is a balance between oud and rose, or the rose is dominates that fragrance. In this one, is quite different. It's not a typical rose oud. This one, the oud is the dominant player here. So you feel the oud strongly. So if you like oud, this is up your alley. If you don't like oud, this is not for you. And the rose is in the background almost all the way down to the dry down. So again, it opens up a little bit of citrus, bergamot, but again, you don't feel it much, but it goes almost straight to dry down. And the dry down is that feel of oud and a little bit of pepperiness. Okay, it's like giving it a little bit of sharp pepperiness and also leathery feel. For some reason I feel leather, and the leather in this one, I won't say is animalic, but it's quite realistic leather. Okay, so if you like leather fragrances, this is up your alley. If you like oudy fragrances, this is up your alley. I love oud. I love fragrances that are based on leather, so this is absolutely for me. The performance, again, around 8 hours to 8 to 10 hours. If you put it on t-shirt, it goes up to 10 hours, but on your skin around 8 hours. 2 hours of good projection, and slowly again subside, but again from time to time you can smell it strongly, so it won't go away, just like a skin scent. They both are for 25 and up in terms of age, because they're both quite mature. They both are better for cooler weather, but as I said in the beginning, these two are perfect for all year round, and depending on your climate, depending on your skin, and depending what kind of fragrances you want to wear in, for example, summer or winter, or those different seasons. But for me, these two are all year round. And the rose oud one, when it dries down, again, that leather and the oud feel plus that pepperiness plus a little spiciness, it dominates until it gets to the dry down, which is about 2-3 hours later. And in the base is mainly you feel the woods and woody and leathery, a little bit of sweetness. It's not as sweet as the first one. The first one is much sweeter than this. In terms of scale, I would say the platinum oud is around 7, if 1 being the weakest and 10 being the strongest in terms of sweetness. This is about 7, and this one is around 5 or 4 in terms of sweetness. Okay, so this one, the platinum, is much sweeter than the rose oud. So this is the story of these two beauties. I highly recommend both. As I said, it depends on your taste. As always, I always say these things in my videos, that please do your research, please try them for yourself, because we all have different tastes, different skin, different environment, different climate, different upbringing, different cultural background, and all these good things play a role in what you like and what you don't like. So if I say something that I like, that's for me. It might be different for you, it might be completely different for you, or it could be the same for you. So please always do your research before you buy. And as always, if you have any question, put it down there. I'll leave in the description where you can find them if you are curious, if you want to buy them. And I see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.